English is killing me. I can't seem to get the hang of it. I just froze up in class today when the professor asked me to explain my point.
Come on, Sam, don't be so hard on yourself. It's not the end of the world. English is tough, but you're already on the right track just by wanting to improve. You just need some practice and the right strategies. Want me to share some tips?
Yeah, I really need help. It's not just speaking. My writing isn't great either. I feel like I can't express myself the way I want to. But thanks for offering your help.
That's what friends are for. First things first, have you tried immersing yourself in English?
Immersing? Like throwing myself in an English bath or something?
No, you goof. I mean surrounding yourself with English content. Like instead of watching that Korean drama you're obsessed with?
Hey, Crash Landing on You is a masterpiece.
Sure. But why not try watching some English shows with subtitles? It'll help you pick up natural phrases and get used to different accents.
Alex, let's head over to the campus and continue our discussion on this topic.
Let me tell you about a friend of mine, Maya. She was in the same boat as you a couple of years ago, struggling with English, especially speaking. She was so nervous about it that she avoided talking in class, but she decided to do something about it.
What did she do?
First, she immersed herself in English. She watched English movies with subtitles, listened to English music, and read books in English. It wasn't about understanding everything at first. It was more about getting used to the language, the flow, and the rhythm. She even started talking to herself in English.
Talking to herself? That's a bit weird, don't you think?
Yeah, it might sound weird, but it worked. She'd practice simple phrases, ask herself questions, and then answer them. It's like having a mini conversation with yourself. The point is to get comfortable with speaking English, even if it's just you listening.
I guess I could try that. But what about writing? My essays are a mess.
Writing takes practice too. Start with a journal. Write a few sentences about your day, your thoughts, or even what you learned in class. Don't worry about making mistakes at first. Just focus on getting your ideas down.
That sounds doable. But how do I deal with the fear of speaking in front of others? That's what really gets me.
Good question. Maya had the same fear. What helped her was joining a conversation club on campus. It was just a small group of students who met once a week to practice English together. Everyone was at different levels, so there was no pressure to be perfect. The more she spoke, the less nervous she became.
I've heard about those clubs. Maybe I should give it a shot. But what if I say something wrong? I don't want to look stupid.
No one's going to judge you, Sam. Think of it this way. Mistakes are just part of the learning process.
I guess I could give Stranger Things a try.
Exactly. And don't forget podcasts and books too. The more you expose yourself to English, the more it'll stick.
Okay, I can do that. What else you got, English master?
Now let's find a spot where we can sit and discuss this topic in more detail.
Okay, Alex, let's go.
Well, young learner, the next step is to actually use what you're learning. You got to practice speaking every day.
Every day? But who am I going to practice with? My cat?
I mean, Mr. Whiskers might appreciate the conversation, but I was thinking more like talking to yourself in English while doing everyday stuff.
Okay, I get it. But seriously, won't I look crazy talking to myself?
Nah, just do it when you're alone, or use a language exchange app to find conversation partners. Oh, and record yourself speaking sometimes. It helps to hear where you need improvement.
Ugh, I hate hearing my own voice.
Trust me, it helps. Now, here's another pro tip. Focus on learning phrases, not just individual words.
What do you mean?
Well, instead of just memorizing the word rain, learn phrases like it's raining cats and dogs, or looks like rain.
Got it. Any other wisdom to share, oh wise one?
You must also focus on the ancient art of pronunciation.
Ugh, that's the worst part. I always feel like my tongue is tied in knots.
It just takes practice. Try tongue twisters. They're fun and they help. Here's one. She sells seashells by the seashore.
She shells sea cells by the she-shore? Dang it.
Close enough. Keep at it and you'll get better. Oh, and don't forget to work on your vocabulary too.
Oh joy, more words to forget.
Drama queen. Look, just learn one new word a day and use it in a sentence. Before you know it, you'll be speaking like Shakespeare.
To English or not to English, that is the question.
See? You're a natural. Now, have you thought about joining the English Conversation Club on campus?
We have one of those?
Yep, they meet every Wednesday. It's a great place to practice without judgment. Plus, I heard they have free pizza sometimes.
Now you're speaking my language. Free food is always a good motivator.
Whatever works, right? Oh, and don't forget to use technology. There are tons of apps that can help you learn.
Like what?
Duolingo, Babbel, even YouTube channels dedicated to English learning. Just don't get distracted by cat videos.
I would never.
Uh-huh, sure. Anyway, the most important thing is to be consistent and patient. Learning a language takes time.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Thanks for all the tips, man. I really appreciate it.
Anytime, buddy. And hey, if you need more help, just ask. We can practice together. Let's head over to the parking lot now.
Thanks, dude. You're the best. Now, how about we celebrate my future English skills with some pizza?
You just want an excuse to procrastinate, don't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm simply suggesting we, what's that phrase? Break bread together.
All right, Mr. Vocabulary. Let's go break bread then. But after that, it's back to studying.
Deal. And hey, I'll even order in English. That counts as practice, right?
Baby steps, my friend. Baby steps.